Hey Mustangs, welcome back to another episode of Spill It. It's Monday, November 22nd, 2019. I'm your host, Ashley Millard, and I'm here with Kristen Anderson.
For this episode of Spill, we'll talk about the Black Plague, a Florida man, and a local puppy.
Stay tuned for the latest.
In world news, China recorded the third case of the deadly bubonic plague. 2 cases were confirmed earlier this month in Beijing. Both patients have been quarantined at a facility in the capital after being diagnosed with the pneumonic plague, and if you think that sounds familiar, it's because it's the same thing that caused the Black Death in 1347. The third patient hasn't been linked to the other 2, but there are 28 people that have been in close contact with patient 3. Those 28 are still under close surveillance. Still, the bubonic plague isn't quite as toxic as it sounds. According to the World Health Organization, between 2010 and 2015, there were 3,248 cases reported globally and 584 deaths. Plus, this may or may not be on the subway in New York City.
In national news, a Florida man was arrested on Sunday for drug possession. 41-year-old Martin Skelly was arrested and taken into custody at a McDonald's in Clearwater, Florida, for being found with a large syringe filled with drugs. As they were taking Skelly into custody, police warned him to give up any other drugs found on his person, or he would face additional charges. After he was taken to jail, they found a small plastic bag full of meth in a peculiar place, his belly button cavity. Martin Skelly was initially charged with possession of methamphetamine, but after the belly button meth was found, he was convicted with 2 additional charges of introducing contraband into a correctional facility and narcotics possession.
In local news, Angela Weeks took her 5-month-old puppy named Bailey to the Cleveland Petco for a haircut. When she left, Bailey had 2 cute bows in her hair and everything seemed fine. However, those bows caused Bailey to lose her ear. The 2 bows stayed securely in place until Angela said she took them out 3 days later and realized one bow was tied to her puppy's hair and the other was tied to her ear. She actually pulled the rubber band out of... the rubber band was put there and it was cutting the circulation off of her ear. Weeks said she soon realized Bailey's ear was swollen, and that's when she contacted the manager at Petco. The poor puppy lost her ear because of this, and Angela is now suing the local Petco. And now, after the break, Ashley brings us a look at some trouble in Hong Kong. Stay tuned.
For our top story today, 8 protesters from the Polytechnic University have surrendered to the police today. While some surrendered, others are looking for escape routes from the riot police. The chief of police stated, "I believe that people inside the campus do not want their parents, friends to worry about them. Those who remain inside the campus say they want to avoid being arrested for rioting and other charges." A protester commented, "We are a little tired, but we will not give up trying to get out."
That's all for your news today. Now for your national holiday and Walker Valley announcements. Today is National Cranberry Relish Day. Cranberry relish is a dish that is believed to have originated in the early 1900s from New England states. Get ready for Thanksgiving by making this tart dish.
That's all for your Walker Valley announcements. Now for the weather.
So, I'm Ryan Salen, and I'm out here with the question of the week, people, for this week's edition of the Walker Valley High School Music Reviews.
Let's get this started.
I feel you crumbling, my arms down to your heart of stone. You bled me dry.
Who is this
Done.
Ozzy Osbourne guy anyway? Like, what kind of boomer do you think we are?
Post Malone, I know who that is, but Ozzy Osbourne? Who's that guy?
He sounds like an
Oh
old
my
boy.
god.
Who's this boomer?
What a boomer.
Okay, boomer.
Let's see what we got here. So this is Take What You Want by Post Malone.
Featuring this Ozzy Osbourne fella.
Who is this man?
I've never heard of this fella before in my life.
I heard of Travis Scott, but not Ozzy Osbourne. He
Yeah,
sounds...
he's the sicko mode man.
I'm sorry, but
Boomer music.
I gotta say, he sounds like a true boomer here.
This may be boomer music we're hearing here. Yeah, it's that Post Malone fella. He's a real
He's a
musician.
real
Yeah.
mellow
so-
watermelon.
He's a mellow Malone.
For those of you who don't actually know, Ozzy Osbourne's a beautiful man, and he's the lead singer of Black Sabbath before he got kicked out multiple times for excessive use of heroin. Other notable Ozzy Osbourne songs would be like "Mama, I'm Coming Home," which is an amazing song. I'm gonna play it because friggin' Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah.
Wait, wasn't Ozzy Osbourne in Kids Bop?
Writing's not that easy, but
I think he
Grammarly
was.
helps.
Freaking Grammarly. Y'all just hate Grammarly ads.
Man, I hate Grammarly.
And forget grammar. Who wants to be
It accuses
culturally
me
appropriate?
of like. It treats me like I haven't taken an English class like multiple times in my life.
I know.
It thinks I'm that stupid.
Like,
It thinks I'm just an incel.
what the heck? Stupid boomer music.
Quite the.
Y'all know Nathaniel Miller. This is freaking Jeff. Nathaniel Miller's dad, Jeff. Alright.
I don't have a mama.
So, Ozzy Osbourne's 72, and he's chilling out here making songs with Travis Scott and friggin' Post Malone.
Actually,
What do you think about that?
if you honestly really think about it, it is kind of weird. He actually really is old and does like more rock than stuff like Post Malone, and
Yeah.
it was really a big surprise for him just to collab with him and everything.
So, I want to find out if any other Black Sabbath members did Take What You Want. So, I'm checking out their Wikipedia page because I really want to know if Tony Iommi did that fire solo at the end. Paul Lamfala was the guy who played the wicked guitar solo. And have you heard the guitar solo at the end of the song?
No, I have not.
It's really good.
It is so good.
Arms down to your heart of stone.
After this, it goes hard!
Dry just like the tears you
Hard!
Oh yeah, it's 9:55.
Why was this wrap this episode up? So, I'm just saying, this is boomer music. It's good, but this week's episode has to be shorter due to the fact we had a lockdown and we were all afraid for our lives and Lauren Hardwood was yelling at us while we were under a desk.
Oh, yeah.
So, it was great seeing you guys. Be ready to see next week's episode of Walker Valley High School Music Reviews. That's Brandon, and that's Cody, and also watch Questions of the Week.
Boomer music. Boomers are bad, but boomer music is good.
Hey Mustangs, this is your Walker Valley weather. Today we have a high of 58 and a low of 53, and that cold weather is going to continue into next week. Just make sure to stay warm as we go on our fall break. Thanks, guys.
What's up, Walker Valley? I'm Madison.
And I'm Jaden, and this is your exciting pop culture news.
This is a big week for Dolly Parton. Fans who just can't get enough of the Queen of Country Music, on Friday, Netflix will debut her highly anticipated anthology series, Dolly Parton's Heartstrings, laughing with the story based on the hit single Jolene. But there's no need to wait until the end of the week to get the fun started. Just days ago, Parton and Julianne Hough, the leading lady who will bring Jolene to life, they issued the #Jolene challenge on social media, asking admirers to belt out their best rendition of the ballad. So in honor of Parton, our own leading ladies grabbed a wig and a guitar and gave it a try.
In other news, Ariana Grande reached out to fans over the weekend to share her latest health struggles and, in a teary-eyed message, confirmed that she was too sick to perform at a scheduled concert in Lexington, Kentucky on Sunday night. After posting numerous updates on her health on her Instagram stories, the singer announced that her health has gotten 10 times worse. In the latest post, followed by several posts throughout the weekend, which Ariana Grande shared how she was feeling with new home remedies she found and started trying.
That's all for your pop culture news today. I'm Madison.
And I'm Jaden, now on to your sports with Pavin and Adam.
Oh, is this recording? Hi.
Yes, it's not connected to that one. It's connected to this one.
Hi.
This is Ashley Anderson, and I'm here with Ashley Miller.
And I'm Riley Green.
Today we're asking you, what is your favorite Christmas movie and why?
Legit? Hi. Oh, am I supposed to answer?
Yes.
I like Rudolph because I used to watch it all the time at my grandmother's house with my cousin. Very good fun.
Very good. Ashley?
So my favorite Christmas movies are also the Rudolph puppet ones, because I used to watch them all the time as a child.
Thank you. Merry Christmas, Walker Valley. I'm here with Madison and Jaden. What's your favorite Christmas movie and why?
The Grinch, because it's very heartwarming and cute.
I would say The Grinch too, because I just think that it's really awesome.
Thank you. Ryan Sandlin, 221 The Kid. What is your favorite Christmas movie and why?
McKay and Pliers, because Mr. McKay is pretty funny.
Thank you. We're here with Coleman Leslie. Coleman, what is your favorite Christmas movie and why?
I have to say my favorite Christmas movie is probably Die Hard, simply because I love a good action-packed movie, and Die Hard is, of course, around Christmas time. So therefore, my favorite Christmas movie is Die Hard.
Andrew Starnes, what is your favorite Christmas movie and why?
Mine is also...
Logan, what is your favorite Christmas movie and why?
I really like Home Alone because I like Macaulay Culkin. Yeah.
Thank you. Brandon, what is your favorite Christmas movie and why?
Well, I really like The Nightmare Before Christmas because it really does sell that Hot Topic merchandise. But I also really like Home Alone and Elf. Those are really good ones. But you want to know my least favorite Christmas special? When people in the spill keep stealing my format for questions of the week, and that really grinds my gears. And I'm not happy about it, not one bit.
Thank you.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. Take a look at the 5 and 10. It's glistening once again with candy canes and silver lanes that glow.
What's up, Mustangs? I'm Pavan and I'm here with my co-host Adam, and we're here today to give you your daily sports news. In NFL news, the Houston Texans moved into first place in the AFC South with a win Thursday night. In Thursday Night Football against the Indianapolis Colts, but the victory didn't come without a controversy. Late in the fourth quarter, the Texans quarterback Deshaun Watson attempted a run on a second down to move the chains and seal the game. Watson fumbled on the play, though it was initially unclear on which team recovered the ball. Referee Don Torbeyer ruled the play a fumble, which recovered was by the Texans, but the review wasn't conducted. The NFL officiating attempted to explain their reasoning and shortly conducted the matchup, though may believe the fumble should have been reviewed and to confirm the call.
The Miami Dolphins abruptly released running back Mark Walton on Tuesday after he was reportedly been involved in an incident with his pregnant girlfriend. Walton allegedly beat his girlfriend Tuesday morning, days after learning that he was the father of her child. This was reportedly his fourth arrest of the year. Dolphins general manager Chris Gier said in a statement, "We hold our players to a very high standard and take these matters very seriously. We will have no further comment at this time." That's all for sports today. Make sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at TheSpillTV. I'm Adam.
And I'm Pavan, and have a great day for watching.
Questions only. This film before a live audience. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, live from
Walker Valley and The Still.
You wanted to see it, brings you one of the most exciting events it's ever been our privilege to bring.
Okay, kids.
The Still
is proud to present Kenosha, Wisconsin's own Weezer. Oh, hey, please.
Watch The Still.
What's with these homies dissing my girl? Why do they gotta front?
Do you listen to Weezer?
No. I've listened to a couple songs, but I don't really know them that well.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Kind of.
What's that?
It's an American rock band. Would you?
We're black. We don't listen to that.
Back in the day, of course. Who didn't?
I mean, back in the day when I was like in like high school, you know, a little bit.
I love Weezer.
I have listened to Weezer.
I absolutely do not.
No.
Weezer. That's a name I hadn't heard in a long time. Weezer's got 2 albums of big masterpieces of their catalog. The Blue Album and Pinkerton. Now, Pinkerton's a lonely ballad of a lonely incel, and it's got this raw energy through the whole thing. But the Blue Album is a perfect collection of rock songs with things like My Name is Jonas and Buddy Holly. I think Rivers Cuomo is a genius. And the Blue Album's got Patrick Wilson's beautiful bald head plastered right on the cover, and this beautiful blue color at the Photoshop band members standing in front of it. It's the perfect album cover for the perfect album, I think.
I do.
What is your favorite song by Weezer?
Say It Ain't So.
Oh shoot! Did they sing "Creep"?
Oh, that's Radiohead.
Oh gosh, this is awkward. I don't know.
The only song I can remember is Beverly Hills.
It's hard to really pick one, but I'd have to say Teenage Dirtbag. That's just the one that started me off.
Well, I really like Creep by Weezer. I think that's one of the best Weezer songs, Creep.
I mean, off the top of my head, I mean, I guess we'll go with the old classic, the Beverly Hills one.
The Sweater Song.
The one song from Weezer that I've listened to was Buddy Holly.
I like Buddy Holly. I like the Sweater Song. Any of the old stuff.
I like the one where he says, you bring the turkey and I'll bring home the bacon. I think that's a beautiful line by Rivers Cuomo. It's towards the end of Pinkerton.
So what's your favorite Weezer album?
The first one.
And would that be the Blue Album?
I guess so. I remember it looked kind of blue back in the day when I had the CD. Yeah.
I don't really keep track of albums.
I don't even know what album that song is from.
The Blue Album's a really good album.
I'm sure it is.
No. I mean, I wish I could help you out there, but no.
I forget the name of it. The very first one.
Is it the Blue Album?
I guess.
The one with Buddy Holly on it.
That's the hardest question I've ever been asked in my entire life. Neither of them have any flaws whatsoever. But I think the Blue Album cuts it as just a cut above the Pinkerton, just because of that beautiful album cover.
Do you listen to Weezer?
Yes.
Good. What's your favorite Weezer song?
Say It Ain't So.
What's your favorite album by Weezer?
It was like Blue something.
Yeah, the Blue Album.
Yeah, the Blue Album.
How much do you love the Blue Album?
I don't know. How much do you love the Blue Album?
I like the Blue Album. I love it a lot. How about you?
I also love it a lot.
If someone were to recommend you Weezer, would you listen to Weezer?
I absolutely would not.
No.
If Rivers Cuomo appeared in your bed at night and he threatened to kill you if you didn't listen to the Blue Album, would you still listen to the Blue Album?
No.
Would you listen to the Blue Album by Weezer?
I don't even know what that is, so probably not.
Why don't you listen to Weezer?
Because I don't have a gun pointed at my head.
Who usually points a gun at your head and forces you to listen to Weezer?
Rivers Cuomo.
If you had to choose one Weezer album to listen to for the rest of your life, what would it be?
The Blue Album.
Why the Blue Album?
Because it's the only decent one.
What about Ratitude?
What?
Do you listen to Weezer?
Are you going to introduce me first, or just, hey, do you listen?
Oh, let's go.
Hey, Mr. Collins here. I mean, you know, we stopped a man on the street here. I mean, come on now. Do I have to do this interview? Let me interview you. All right, hey, it's Mr. Collins here. We're here with Brandon. Brandon, do you listen to Weezer?
Oh, by golly, I do listen to Weezer.
I think Weezer came out in 1994 when I was maybe 16 years old. Big Weezer fan here myself. What's your favorite Weezer song?
Weezer song. I'd have to go with Pork and Beans. I really like the upbeat song of that one. Say It Ain't So is also really good. Just a lot of the songs on the Blue Album are just really great.
So, Buddy Holly, you remember Buddy Holly? Were you around for that song?
I wasn't. Well, technically I was around, but no, I was not around in the physical being.
Yes. No, Buddy Holly, my favorite. So you already named the Blue Album. Is that your favorite album?
I do love the Blue Album. Yes.
And Weezer coming to Riverbend, or were they already with Riverbend? Is that correct, Logan Bell? Already went. So maybe you can catch Weezer on YouTube. Okay. Good job. Well done, Brandon. Good interview here.
Yeah. Keep on wheezing. That's a lot of questions for a Weezer fan. You gonna overdose on Weezer?
Are you gonna overdose on Weezer?
No, I don't. How do you overdose on Weezer?
How do you overdose on Weezer? Would you like to tell that to the camera?
To be honest, I really don't know.
Well, a certain individual that may or may not be named Tyler Walsh really recommends the Blue album.
I'm sure it's great. I'll have to listen to it.
So actually, Toto is kind of a trash Weezer song in comparison to all their early stuff. And I know it's a remake, but you know, if you don't know about their early stuff and you think they only sing Toto, nah, you got to get schooled. All right, get schooled, because it's trash compared to their other stuff.
Anything else about Weezer you want to say?
Rivers, if you're watching this, I love you.
So, Coach, it came to under certain circumstances you weren't able to listen to the Blue album. Is that correct?
Yes. So far, I have not listened to the Blue album. I'm going to try to get to it today.
Today, all right. So, between Weezer fans, listening to Weezer is commonly referred to as wheezing. How much do you wheeze?
Just whenever it's on, not very often.
All right, so now it's time for a little section where it's the follow-up to last week's interview. Do you like the 80s metal band Iron Maiden? Would you consider yourself an Iron Maiden maniac?
Definitely not a maniac. They have some pretty good music, though.
How about Metallica? Would you consider yourself a Metallica maniac?
Yes, I am a Metallica maniac.
So between Iron Maiden and Metallica, who are you going to go for?
It's no question, Metallica.
A true-blooded American, I see.
Yes.
I like to say, I like to compliment the haircut.
Thank you. I gave it to myself this morning.
Ain't nothing like a good fresh shave, you know?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Whether it's on the face or the head. So anyway, students at Walker Valley want to know, if you were in the WWE, what would your theme song and intro be?
Ooh, that's a tough question right there. Now, that was my childhood dream, was to be in the WWE, but grew up and I was only 140 pounds. So a theme song, if I could steal one from another WWE guy, then you'd have to take Stone Cold Steve Austin's theme song. I mean, whenever that glass shatters and the music starts, you know somebody's getting a butt whooping. But if I had my own, I mean, maybe come out to Enter Sandman from Metallica. You know, that might be a good one.
I could see you walk into a room and that start playing.
Yeah, that would be good. And what was the other part of the question? Was it the finishing move? Is that what you asked, or?
What would your WWE finishing move be?
I would want to go with a submission hold of some sort. Just don't feel like I would bring the power to knock a guy out for the 3 count. So I would probably, one of my favorites growing up was the sharpshooter with Bret the Hitman Hart. So I would probably try to steal that.
Is there anything you would like to say to the body of Walker Valley, Coach?
Just go Mustangs. Keep listening to good music.
Such as Weezer and Iron Maiden?
And Metallica, yes.
And I'm proud to be an American.